Hi guys, Tom Kendall Fitness here, and today's video is going to be about dopamine detox and how to cure your depression. So I'm going to start off the video with an important concept, and that is going to be the difference between instant gratification and delayed gratification. An instant gratification activity is something that requires little to no effort and is rewarded straight away. So that is something like playing a video game or watching porn, eating some junk food, something that you can do that's kind of going to be you given into temptation where you do it and it makes you feel good in the moment, but it makes you feel bad later and doesn't positively affect you in the long run. And the opposite to this is delayed gratification, which is something that requires lots of effort and discipline over a long period of time to achieve a lasting reward. And I want to emphasize that last bit, lasting reward. Delayed gratification is to do with building good foundations and doing something over time, like building a good physique, eating healthily, things that if you run into hard times or difficult circumstances, it is not going to disappear overnight. If you're only going to take one thing from this video, to cure your depression, you want to be doing more of these delayed gratification activities like exercising, eating healthily, and less of the instant gratification activities like spending lots of time on social media, playing computer games, and watching porn, things like that. But this is easier said than done, and as we all know, Rome was not built in a day. The first thing that I would like you to do is click the link in the description and take the NHS depression and anxiety test. It'll take you about 3 minutes and it will give you, it's like multiple choice, and it will give you a score for like depression and anxiety, and they're usually pretty similar because they kind of go hand in hand. And if you're anything like I was a couple of months ago, you will score quite highly on these tests, like medium to high. If you're quite low, great, just keep doing what you're doing. But if you score medium to high, what I want you to do is write these scores down, follow the steps in this video for 2, 3, 4 weeks, take that test again, and hopefully you should see that these scores have gone down pretty drastically if you've been quite consistent and disciplined with this stuff. And obviously if it hasn't and you have been following my advice, please let me know in the comments and I will try and revise this information and make it more applicable to more people. So step number 1 is the daily timetable. I've said it before, I'm going to say it again. Structuring your day the night before is the best thing that you can do. You need to have every single hour of the next day planned out so that you don't have to give yourself the burden of having to think of things to do tomorrow. Because when you do this, and I think this is one of the main reasons that a lot of teenagers kind of stereotypically don't get out of bed in the morning, is because like when you're sitting in bed in the morning and you have no clue what you're going to do today, you must think to yourself, what's the point in getting out of bed? Because I don't know what I'm going to do when I get out of bed. Or you might like roll out of bed to play Xbox or something. But if the night before you've completely planned your day down to the hour, then when your alarm goes off in the morning, you're going to be up and out of bed because you don't want to fall behind on that timetable, and you know exactly what you're going to do. It's going to be really easy to just check off all those tasks one by one, not go overtime on them, or maybe if you need to, but kind of doing that and having those like breaks and rest periods where you can watch TV or whatever planned in just stops you from kind of not knowing what you're going to do and checking your phone. Because when you don't know what you're going to do, let's be honest, you pull your phone out, you can spend like an hour, 2 hours on there, then you think, oh, I've got to go to school now, I've got to go to a lecture, go to that, come home, repeat the process. It's not a good thing. So plan your day so that you're less likely to give into temptation throughout the day. Step number 2, meditation. Now this is great for people with short attention spans. And a good app for meditation is an app called Medito. It's completely free on the App Store. Download that and you can do like 3, 5, 10, 15, however long you want to do it. And one of the guys on there kind of just talks you through it in like a little recorded like audio clip. And what I want you to do with that, if you're a beginner in particular, just sit for 5 minutes, focus on your breathing, like breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth, or out through your nose if you prefer that. Just make sure that oxygen's going in through the nose. That's really important in terms of staying healthy, but I'll make another video on that. And just focus on your breathing and just focus on being grateful for your life and your situation. Just think about, because I know a lot of kind of youth and even adults in this day and age in lots of Western cultures and societies really love to just play the victim and complain about their situation and all systemic racism and fat phobia and gender phobia. Like, shut the fuck up. Be grateful that you live in a first world country. Be grateful that you even have the time to think about these first world problems and start living the dream instead of living it on your computer. Now, another thing that I would like you to do when you're meditating is just, especially if you're doing this in the morning, it's really good. Visualize the person that you want to be, like whether that's a top tier athlete, a really like fit athletic bodybuilder, somebody that's really good at maths or chemistry or physics or something like that. Visualize the person that you want to be and how you're going to get there. And when you kind of map it out in your head and kind of believe that you're going to become this person, it becomes so much easier to just do these things throughout the day, these things that can seem quite laborious and tiring, but if it's all taking you towards a greater purpose and like a goal in the future, like I'm talking about these delayed gratification activities, if you know that it's going to pay off in the end, if you believe that, it's going to be so much easier. So just take this time to meditate, visualize who you want to be grateful for who you are, where you are, your current situation, because there's always something that you can be grateful about, even in the darkest of situations. So step number 3 is going to be journaling. You need to create a good relationship with pen and paper. Not only is it good for your mental health to write down your thoughts, but it also means that Apple can't sell your notes to the Chinese. Now, I personally use journaling at the moment to write down my video ideas. I've shown you this before. It's like this black, like leather-bound journal. I write my video ideas down here because at the moment that's the thing that's like my purpose at the moment, and all my thoughts are just like plagued with video ideas and things that I can say in videos to help you. So I just write all that down in my journals and my post-it notes on my wall, just anything that's playing on your mind that you want to make sure you don't forget it, that's troubling you, that's worrying you, get it down on paper. And it's almost like moving a file on your computer. You're taking it from your head, moving it onto your computer, and now your head is free to think about the things that you want to think about. Step number 4, eat less sugar. Now, I could have just put eat healthy in general, but I think sugar is the killer, and sugar is the thing that's going to keep your addiction to junk food going. So eat less sugar. Now, you can have sugar sometimes, like some sugar. Like last night, I had one of these little flake pots because I had a bit of a stressful day. I know that sounds like a bit of a cope, but I usually have one of those like once a week. It's kind of like a little treat. I pick my worst day in the week. Usually I kind of wait till at the end because I don't really have bad days anymore, but if I had a bit of a stressful day and I feel like I need a pick me up, I'll get like a chocolate pot, like one of those. But the biggest cope that I hear from fat people, like obese people, is that they get to enjoy nice food. Like they look at bodybuilders and they go, well, I get to enjoy nice food. Like, I enjoy walking up a flight of stairs and not needing a trip to A&E after it. You know, what do you mean you get to eat nice food? What you get is a low quality of life, an early funeral, and all your friends and family standing around going, well, Johnny did enjoy his cupcakes. Like, shut the fuck up. Stop eating sugar. It's going to kill you. It's going to ruin your dopamine. If you're a bloke, it's going to crash your testosterone levels, and we do not want that. So, learn to enjoy healthy food. Just think of food as like a necessity. That's what I've tried to do, is like warp the idea of food into a necessity, that you need to eat food to, whether it's to put on muscle or just to keep going throughout the day. Don't think of food as something that you're like almost like looking forward to. I think that's a really unhealthy way, or an unhealthy relationship to have with food, that it's something that's gonna make your day any better. So number 5 is going to be exercise. This is the best delayed gratification thing that you can do, whether it's weight training over many years to become like a very fit, athletic guy with a really aesthetic physique, whether it's doing, you know, loads of running to become a marathon runner, swimming to become a triathlon or Olympic swimmer, or doing martial arts to become, you know, a world champion fighter or whatever. This is the best thing that you can do, because not only is it going to keep you healthy, it's going to keep you fit. You're going to need to eat healthily if you want to progress in these things. It's just something where it's almost like a lifelong practice where you train and you exercise throughout your entire life to keep you fit and healthy. You build towards a goal. If you start when you're a teenager, you probably reach that goal in your mid-20s or early 20s to like the peak of your powers. But then you just keep going, keep building muscle, keep maintaining that muscle, keep maintaining that muscle memory from your different sports, martial arts, tennis, football, whatever. And you just carry that kind of fit, athletic lifestyle throughout your entire life, and you will live a long and healthy life. Please exercise, because it will pay off, I promise you. Now, those are 5 things that you can do, like delayed gratification things that will help kind of rejuvenate your dopamine system, I guess. But yeah, just do less of the instant gratification things and more of the delayed gratification things, and you will start to feel better. Retake that NHS test in a couple of weeks. Tell me how it goes in the comments. Hope this video has been helpful. If you know somebody that this video can help or will be helpful to, please share it with them. I'm trying to help young men around the world just try and get back to the peak of their powers, take their masculinity back. This has been Tom Kendall Fitness. Please like and subscribe if you like this video, and I'll see you in the next one.